Welcome to the What Happens Next YouTube channel. What we're aiming to do with this channel is share content designed to make sure that you're supported through whatever's next in your life. And we'd love to continue to do that. I've got a favour to ask today, and what I'd ask you to do is just subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it really helps us deliver really good quality content on a consistent basis. Thank you, and let's go on to the interview. What's the most surprising thing you've learned during the journey, do you think?
Yeah, so I think it was kind of what we were talking about just before we came live, was when we moved to Vietnam, it was about that kind of whole community piece. So we lived in, I say, not in the big city, we lived in a place called Hoi An. And so we lived next to lots of Vietnamese families who didn't have as much as us, but they were the happiest, friendliest people. Their kids wanted to play with our kids. If there's any issues, they would come and help us because they saw us as these like expats who didn't know what was going on, but they just wanted to help us. And we were there during COVID. And I think it was this community piece that really came to light more than I've ever seen when we were in London or in Hong Kong. And I'll give you an example. So during COVID, there's a lot of the restaurants were really struggling because they had no customers. And we got friendly with the owners, and they were like, oh, how can we make some more money? Have you got any ideas about how we can kind of survive through this? And we said, well, at the moment you do like lunch and dinner. Why don't you start doing breakfasts? Because I know like our kids are going to school. We'll happily come and get some breakfast from you on our way. But they were like, oh no, we can't do that because the people across the road sell breakfasts and we don't want to take money from them. And we're like, oh wow. So it's like, it was just such a nice,
really collaborative. And I think you're right. I think, you know, as we were chatting about before the interview, you look at other parts of the world, and what's interesting about what we're trying to do with What Happens Next is, even though we run a financial planning business, have more nuanced conversations about well-being, right? Yeah. And say, look, you know, they've been making sensible longer-term decisions about money is great. But there are other elements that you might want to consider for a happier, healthier life, including physical well-being, including social well-being, you know, spending time with people you love and like, but also including community well-being. And I look at other parts of the world, Will, and think, have we moved towards, in the West, have we moved towards a individualistic culture that has focus on success as this, you know, money as the ultimate goal, when in actual fact the route to higher well-being might be a bit more nuanced than that? What do you think?
100% agree with that.